Hello, my name is Joe McCoy. This video will be narrated due to technical difficulties. Today we're going to be showing you how to remove an input shaft and replace it on an Eden Fuller transmission. Here you see the input shaft. You'll notice here in a few moments that there is a snap ring that needs to be removed before anything else can be done. And so we will use the snap ring pliers here to get at that snap ring. Now I should note the pieces on this are, some of them are bent, some of them are broken. When we're finished, we're going to put the same input shaft in with the same parts. But normally the input shaft, you would be replacing all those parts if you were putting in a new one. So there you have the shaft, the bearings. The first thing you need to do after getting that snap ring out, just showing you that one more time, is to take the second snap ring out. And to do that, you need to loosen up the input shaft so that the second snap ring can be seen. And there you can see it back behind the input shaft there. So we're going to remove that. There it came off. Now we're going to use our input shaft puller, which goes over the input shaft. You want to make sure that bolt is loosened up so it goes up against it properly. Now I'm going to put the locking pieces on and then put the ring around it that holds those pieces in place. That's grabbing the input shaft, and then we're just going to tighten down. In this case, I dropped the input shaft, the puller bolt. So once everything's in place, we're going to tighten that down and continue tightening it until the input shaft is removed. Continuing with the process, at one point there the transmission actually started to spin, so we cut from that. We've got the puller off of the input shaft, put the pieces back down on the table. And now we can see our bearing. The front side has writing on it, so when we put it back, we want to make sure that goes facing out. Finally, there's another snap ring back in there. There was a spacer on this that did not get put on. I had that in my pocket, so I'm just showing where that should have been. And now we remove the final snap ring, and we'll be able to pull the input shaft out. This snap ring is broken, so instead of using the snap ring pliers, I'm using a couple of screwdrivers. So snap ring is out, input shaft comes out, and to put it back in, we're just going to repeat the same process. So here I've got the input shaft position back in. I'm going to put that snap ring that I just took off back on, again using the 2 screwdriver method. Next, I'm going to put that spacer on that was not on there originally but should have been. Then we've got the bearing to go on, making sure the writing is on the outside or facing out. And we have a snap ring that's going to go around that, and I'm just going to put that on here by hand. Now we're ready for the bearing tool. What this does is it drives that bearing back in to the transmission, and you want to make sure your input shaft is straight when you're doing this. And you're going to have to repeat this process several times. What you're trying to do is get that bearing driven far enough back that you can see the groove for that final snap ring. And to pull it back out, just hit it with a rubber mallet a few times, get it out far enough, and continue the process. Now you can see that groove where that final snap ring is going to go. You can check to make sure you've got it out far enough by comparing the snap ring to the groove before trying to put it on. And at this point, I get the snap ring pliers, start to put it on, and my phone runs out of memory. So this is going to cut out right now. Thank you for watching.